Everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBag. I am MovieBag. And in this video, I'm going to be doing my episode 2 of my new movies and television weekly roundup. Now, like I stated on my last video, until I catch up, we're going to be reviewing new content that came out in 2024. So in this video, we are going to be, hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Because I don't know what's the problem. If that's the case, okay, now that I just did a whole intro. What's the problem? No, but like, what's real life the problem? Now I just did my whole little intro. It's too hot in Texas for this. Okay, well, let's run it back then. Here on Movie Bag, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that's the type of content you like, you might as well stick around and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you're already in here. Thumbs up the video if you have not yet. Yeah, I'm speeding through it now because now I'm pissed. I can't believe that. Anyways, boom. Here are the poll results from my last poll. I asked which movie were y'all which piece of media were y'all most excited to talk about? And Inside Out 2 won with 33%. And I said, not with y'all big ground sis, as excited as I am to talk about Inside Out 2. So, boom. With that being said, thank y'all for the confirmation. Sorry, Movie Bag. I was packing for a second, came back. It was quiet as hell. I just want to know what's happening because I had everything hooked up. Maybe my mic wasn't hooked up all the way. But we good now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Packing, where you going? Vacay? Okay, vacay, babe. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I think because I took my picture off. Good thing I did my face today. Boom. All right. The first thing we're gonna talk about though is we are gonna talk about Them season 2, The Scare. Now, if you are fairly new to my channel, when I reviewed Them season 1, that really, really, really got me a lot of subscribers. Like before there was baddies, there was Them season 1. I did a whole breakdown on it. I ended and explained really, really propelled my channel, honestly. Now moving to the SIP, my bestie from the SIP. It's usually the other way around. I don't know what's going on over there. I'll just play. It usually gets the other way around. Like I know hella people from Mississippi that's moved to Texas. But bye, we miss you, boo. Anyhow, Them really propelled my channel into what it is today. So when season 2 came out, I had full intention, I promise, I had full intention to do a review, an episodic review, and then I binged it. I ended up binging. I'm a binger, okay? I binged the whole season. So I was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and do a season review. Ended up not doing that. I'm horrible. So we're going to talk about it now, though. We're going to talk about it now. Not recap by recap, but we are going to talk about a spoiler-free review, and then I am going to get into a little bit of the specifics. So spoiler-free review. I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis. Actually, I don't even think Them had a synopsis, but y'all know Them is an, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Anthology series. So it's a different story every time. Different characters every time, even though this one, this season started the same girl from last season, but I digress. Series review, spoiler-free season review. I personally like season 1 better. I feel like Little Marvin, the creator, I feel like he took notes and criticism from, critiques, because he was, I guess, like accused of doing trauma porn. I hope I didn't finish that word. Which the video just started. But so that's why a lot of people didn't like Them. I personally enjoyed it. Some episodes were a lot. Okay, some episodes were a lot. I feel like we can all agree on that. However, I liked the message and I liked how educational it was, in my personal opinion. So season 2 takes place in the early 90s, I believe 1991, still in Cali. Okay, with, like I stated earlier, new characters. So we're following Dawn, who's a police officer, a detective, and then we're following Edmund, who's an aspiring actor. Now, Dawn is investigating a series of what they believe, what the police department believes to be homicides, and Edmund is just trying to pursue his dreams of becoming an actor. Two completely separate people, two completely separate storylines, of course, until the plot twist at the end. Like I stated, my spoiler-free review, I enjoyed season 1 better than season 2. I felt like, if y'all see down here in the right-hand corner, the actual entity himself, the villain of the movie, the design was horrible. I was like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I was a little bit scared before I saw the man with the red hair. And then I was like, oh, is that it? And it just took away all the thrill. It was just like, oh, okay, now let's just go ahead and wrap this up and let's tie up the loose ends, because I feel like, and honestly, I'm a horror fan. All types, slashers, demonic spirits, all that. I'm a horror fan. And every time they do the big reveal of what the entity is or what the villain looks like or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, lately it's been like that. And it's like, ugh, like, have y'all seen Night Swim? I did a review over that. I can't believe I did a review over that and not over this. But that, when they revealed the little scary thing, I was like, I'm sorry. Okay, I digress. If I was to give the season out of 10 stars, I would give this season probably like a 6.5. And the 6.5 is honestly for Luke James and himself. Luke James is the best part. He was the best part of this entire season. When I tell you that man can act, that man can act. And because it's an anthology series and they usually bring back actors to play different characters, I would not be upset if they brought Luke James back for season 3 to do, a different character, because he real life saved this entire show. No tea. All right, now that's my spoiler free. Let's go ahead and get into the spoilers. Drop down in the chat. Well, first off, before we do that, drop down in the chat. Tell me what were y'all thoughts over them, the Scare. If y'all have seen it, what were y'all thoughts? Did y'all like season 1, season 2 better? And now we're into the spoilers, so feel free to flood the chat with your thoughts and your opinions. Now, spoiler review. Kids can't act. Okay, Dawn. Okay, so when Dawn, let's talk about Dawn first, and then we're gonna talk about Edmund, and then we're gonna talk about them together. So Dawn, I personally feel like when I was watching Dawn's storyline, I was bored and unentertained, and I was waiting for them to go back to Edmund because his storyline was just really, really more so interesting. But Dawn is a Black female police officer in LA right around the time with the Rodney King situation. Okay, so Black people at the time are looking at her upside her head like, how could you work for such a police force? And then on top of that, her police force, they don't support her because she's not only Black, but she's also a female. So like double negative. So she is one of those detectives that goes above and beyond to prove, their case. They get really involved and engulfed with what's going on. And she doesn't have any support from the community nor her coworkers. Okay. Her son even is getting bullied and picked on at school because, your mom's a cop. I mean, I was still up in heaven, okay? At that time, I wasn't born just yet. Give me 2 more years and I would have been on it. But like, not y'all making fun of my mom for having a job. But okay, go Aussies. Dawn is investigating these murders. One of which is a lady from a foster home. She's found contorted underneath a kitchen cabinet sink. Another one is a dealer who is found underneath the floorboard in his home. Another one is ends up where she gets accused for is a little Hispanic boy in the back of the car. And then she didn't see the Asian twins pass away, but then she investigates another crime that was similar. I'm trying to filter my words, y'all. Y'all know YouTube. I'm trying to filter my words. She investigates another crime that was similar to the ones that she's been investigating. Boom. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Edmund because he's more important. Okay, my bad. On Dawn, she also finds out that she's adopted. Boom. Okay, and Pam Grier's character was a complete waste in this series. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. And my baby Iman Shepherd. Okay. Hold on, Iman, because you asking for spousal support. But okay, that's another video for another day. Let's talk about Edmund. Edmund, and y'all don't think I'm crazy, because I like to watch a lot of serials and their documentaries, about their childhood, why they started doing what they did, and then of course so on and so forth, how they end up unalived or in jail. I like to look at those type of documentaries. Okay, Edmund really spoke to my heart because he was an inspiring actor, and yeah, he was weird and awkward, and he was going out for these typecast roles as a Black man. This is what they're casting us for anyways, and that is not who he is. So he was trying his best to act gangster, and it was not giving gangster like. And then the cameraman laughed at him. What was the cameraman name, y'all? Y'all remember his name? Oh, well, the cameraman laughed at him, and that just really, really, really broke my heart. I'm not even gonna hold you. So they made me like automatically feel for Edmund and understand why he turned into what he turned into. Edmund also worked at like a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff where he put his all into that role, baby. Talk about dedication, okay? He practicing on camera and behind the camera, but he ends up getting fired from that job because he was, I guess, momentarily possessed and was walking around with a butcher's knife in his hand. Okay. That's okay, Edmund. That's okay. he gets selected because he got cool with the little desk girl, the little clerk, front desk clerk, for a different role, a role of a horror movie villain. And even though they don't really hire Black people for that, you're gonna have a mask on anyway. So try out for this role. You seem so nice and mild-mannered. This will really push the edge, okay? So Edmund does what we call method acting. I'm an actor. What we call method acting. He really gets into his role. He has to become that character. So much so where he scares the bejeebies out of the girl who gave him the script because she thought she was really about to be unalived. Okay. He put on his little mask. He's tempting her. Are you scared? It's like, yes, I'm scared. What are you talking about? Like, snap out of it. That was a really intense scene because I didn't know if he was possessed at that moment or not. But all in all, Edmund's character really upset me. It really touched my heart because he just wanted to be understood. And then we find out that he himself was a foster child because he goes and visits his white foster parents, one of his foster parents, a white family, and he wanted answers from them. Like, why did y'all give me away on my 12th birthday? Yeah, why would y'all do that? And then just to adopt another little Black kid, y'all gonna give him away too? He just wanted love and acceptance and answers. Now, the plot twist of this season, did I skip a part? Oh, yeah, and he also unalived somebody. But, that person laughed at him and stole his girl. So, Justified? No. Surprising? But the whole time, I honestly thought that because these two characters haven't met yet, Dawn and Edmund, I honestly thought that he was going to be the unaliver that she was searching for. I wasn't wrong. Not completely. So let's go ahead and get into the plot twist. The plot twist. Edmund goes to Dawn's house in 1989. And, he doesn't say directly that, hey, I'm your brother, which I wish he would have done that. But he saw that her life was so good. She was married with a child. She had a nice little house. She has a career, just like her dad, who was also his dad for a period of time before he was given back into the foster system. Baltimore, be more. Are you a Christian animal? But anyways, I really wish that Edmund just would have told her, hey, we kinfolk. We kinfolk, we skinfolk. Because she was creeped out by him and she kicked him out. And honestly, that was kind of like the deciding factor of him turning into what he ended up turning into. Oh, wait. I think he already unalived somebody, though, before that. Oh, he's going to go down anyways. Never mind. But that part when he was walking away and she was like, hey, and he turned around and he had like a little bit of glee in his eyes, like, yes, don't you ever come back over here no more. I was like, oh my God, no. That just really broke my heart. So if I was supposed to hate Edmund, I didn't. If I was supposed to hate him, I didn't. So he ends up unaliving himself, and then the entity took over him. Now, my biggest issue, and he was the one who did do all of the crimes that she was investigating. However, he did them like from beyond the grave. Yeah, y'all know, because he was like an entity at this point now. And he did it in order to help her remember that you are adopted and I am your twin brother. You could have just told her that at the house. Now innocent people are lifeless because you could have told her that at the house. Anyways, I lost my train of thought, y'all. Well, that was my thoughts on them because I can't remember what I was about to say. For real. Oh, their birth mom ended up being the oldest daughter from season 1. Can't think of her name right now. The one who hated her Blackness. Okay. However, a common theme that reviewers seem to believe in was generational curses. I can see that. I can see that as a theme for this season. However, I really feel like they did not do a good enough job at making that accurate. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because the Raggedy Andy doll, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy doll. First off, I feel like if we want to do generational curses, this is what I personally feel like should have been done. Y'all know I'm a writer, but I feel like the main characters, Edmund and Dawn, they should have been made biracial because their mama was already battling with her blackness, right? She wanted to be white. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched that she procreated with a white man. And maybe that white man didn't want them little black babies. So she had to give them babies away. Ooh. Oh, right. Okay, right. And that kind of feeds into Edmund and well, with the Raggedy Ann dolls, which we find out, if y'all didn't know already, it's like a kind of like a spinoff of minstrel shows. So a lot of black people didn't like Raggedy Ann dolls because of that. But he was so attached to this Raggedy Ann doll, which is a white doll. Oh, kind of like his mama. Okay, y'all see what I'm doing here? I just feel like the generational curses could have been more in your face and more evident. And then at the very end, the tap dancing man came back and Dawn saw him. So is it the same entity that haunted the family in the first season? Because if so, did he take form of a different person, the redhead man? Because this redhead person, if you think back, like all the people in the hood, all the black people in the hood, they were well aware of this like myth or tale that of this person. Oh, he's watching. They were aware of this person. Okay. And as we all know, the grounds of Compton, anyways, are haunted because of that entity. Okay. And you know, when city lines get redrawn and whoop whoop whoop. So I'm thinking it's the same entity, but they didn't make that really known. So that's my issue with it. Season 3 hasn't been announced yet. However, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have one. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take place in the 99s and the 2000s. What do y'all think is going to be the main focal point of them season 3? Please bring Luke James back. All right, so we're off of them. We are off of them, the scare. Don't forget, if you are just joining the live, make sure y'all give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. What were y'all thoughts about them? Next, we're going to go ahead and head over to Baby Reindeer. Definitely thought I pressed the button. Here we go. Boom. Baby Reindeer. All right. Baby Reindeer. I personally enjoy this movie. I mean, what? I enjoyed this miniseries. I usually enjoy foreign productions. No tea, no shade, America, but foreign productions really, they just be hitting different. So Baby Reindeer, if you don't know, I'm giving, like I said, my spoiler free, and then I'm going to give my spoiler review. It's about the story follows a writer and performer, Richard Gadd, his relationship with a female stalker and the impact it has on him and he is ultimately forced to face a deep, dark, buried, and I do mean deep, dark, buried trauma. Okay? If y'all haven't heard, you heard here. So, Baby Reindeer. I personally, spoiler free, he's being stalked by, oh my God, I gotta get these characters' names, y'all. I gotta get it. What did he say? Call her Martha. Okay. He's getting stalked by Martha. Martha walks into the bar. He's nice to her, and she does not let him out of her grasp. Okay, out of her grasp. So you think, especially because when the episode first starts, he's in a police station trying to report her. So we have it in our mind that this lady is crazy. But plot twist, like most men, no tea, no shade, like most men, y'all love the drama. Y'all love the drama. And he fed into her just as much as she fed into him. Okay. Donnie, his name is in the story. Donnie. Baby Reindeer out of 10 stars. I would personally give this show probably a 9. I feel like the pacing was great. It started off with a bang. It never really dragged. I only took off a point because I guess of the trauma. However, the trauma was needed because the Arthur, this is his real life story, and he's sharing it with us. And he even played and starred in it himself. Like, that is a whole nother level. You know what? I might give this a 10 out of 10. I might give it a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this, y'all. I can't not spoil this. So let's go ahead and get into the spoiler. Watch it. That's a spoiler free review. Watch it. Now let's go ahead and get into the spoilers. Baby Reindeer. Donnie, bartender, okay, aspiring comedian. Martha walks into the bar. She has no money. Whoop-de-whoop. So he's like, okay, here, you can have this drink. It's on the house. So then she comes back every day, just talking to him, telling him about how she's a fancy lawyer and whoop-de-whoop. But you can't afford a drink. Okay. So he knows that, okay, this lady's embellishing. She might be a little bit off of her rocker, but obviously she needs somebody to talk to. She needs a friend. So he, talks to her as well. Now, this friendship turns into her flirting, and as to not be awkward, he flirts back. And eventually they end up going out for tea. Okay. Friends go out for teas, not dates. So he takes her out for coffee or whatever. And that is when he finds out just how crazy Martha is, because she has a blow up in the diner. So they split ways. But Donnie decides that he wants to follow Martha and see what she really all about. That's what I told y'all. Y'all like the drama. So he followed her to her house, and she sees him stalking her outside of her window. So now you the stalker. He goes online and he researches Martha and finds out that she has been convicted of this same crime before. And what does he do? He still accepts her friend request on Facebook because why? Y'all like the drama. Because y'all like the drama. Now, something else about Donnie. I say he is an aspiring comedian. Martha is supportive. She goes to his show. She looks at his website. She gives him pointers and clues. And one day in his show, she, at like the heckler at a comedic show, and they had like a nice little banter, and he got laughs from the audience members. So like she kind of helped him a little bit get his self-esteem back. Okay. However, when Martha finds out where he lives and is threatening his ex-girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend mama and who he lives with, we ain't gonna get too far into that because they're going down a rabbit hole. That's when he's drawing a line. Because now you in my safe space and you threatening people who I actually care about. Especially when she gets his parents' phone numbers. Like when I tell you she's a professional, she's gonna hunt down everybody. It was only a matter of time that she finds out that he is dating a transgender woman. Okay, so yes, Donnie is dating a transgender woman, and he is not open with himself about it. So Martha finding out will be even more detrimental because she's probably going to tell everybody in one of her little fit rages. Okay, as a matter of fact, one day she does come across his girlfriend Terry. I think her name was Terry, right? Yeah, Terry. And beats the living crap out of Terry. But Terry, that's your own fault because you talking about I'm a psychologist and I can talk to her how you can't talk to her, girl, and got your ass whooped. So with his loved ones being stalked and threatened, with Terry breaking up with him because he's just doing too much with his little stalker. You need to go report her or you can't be with me, because you're trying to hide me and I ain't trying to hide, I'm living in my truth. You need to live in yours. Now he's down on his luck. And this is when he reports Martha, and the police like, well, why are you waiting 6 months to do this? Why so long? So then that's when he goes, the episode goes back in time, and we see his journey of trying to become an up-and-coming comedian. And one of his idols in the industry who works on one of his favorite shows, he meets them, and this person, Oh, I don't even want to say this man's name, y'all, but what was his name in the oh, correct me if I'm wrong, it might be Jerry. But he offers to give him pointers on, you know, his writing and his acting. He helps it with his improv, with his set pieces, whoop de whoop. Jerry, whatever, invited him back to his house, gave him a whole bunch of drugs, you know, as they usually do in I ain't gonna say Hollywood because they're not in America, but you know, in showbiz. And this man SA's Donnie. Donnie is shocked and he leaves, but he doesn't want to ruin his chances of becoming famous because he's been working so hard for this. He's moved countries or states, I don't know how it's called out there, y'all. I'm not a geography major. To be in, I guess, Scotland, where the scene is, where everybody is, and he doesn't want to ruin his chances, right? So he keeps going back to that guy's house. He keeps waking up with a different article of clothing off. Okay, and then one day, keeping it PG, one day it just goes too far. And yeah, if y'all know, it goes too far. So flash forward, he doesn't feel comfortable, or he didn't feel comfortable reporting Martha because he never reported that man who SA'd him. He has a whole mental breakdown on stage, which ultimately makes him become famous. You know what I used to always say, and I should get back to you saying this, but I always say, when life gives you lemons, build a lemonade stand and profit. And that's exactly what he did. The Life and the Lemons, the SA. The Lemonade Stand, comedy, and profit. Now people are booking him for interviews and stand-up shows just so he could tell his story. And then, no tea, no shade, he also got a Netflix deal out of it. I'm just saying. Okay, don't let your trauma control you. You control that trauma. Boom. Um, the end of this show ended with Martha going to jail and Donnie low key feeling bad because no matter how much Martha ruined his life, she inadvertently was his best friend. So it ends with best friend, biggest fan. Nobody showed him as much love as Martha did. So he missed that while she was locked up. So he would literally listen to all the hundreds of voicemails that she left him just to help him. Hey, yo, I'm recording. Just to help him sleep at night and be inspired. Whoopty whoopty whoop. All right. My personal opinion, I really enjoy Baby Reindeer, y'all. Minus that one episode, it is a joy to watch, but that one episode is really, really tough. It's really, really tough. I'm happy to just put it all in one episode versus spread it all out. What were y'all thoughts on Baby Reindeer? Make sure y'all drop down in the comment section and leave your thoughts and opinions on Baby Reindeer. Y'all say y'all want to talk about it. We just talked about it, period. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a quick break. Like literally 30 seconds, y'all. Let me take a sip of my water. Where's my water? Okay. Before we talk about No Way Out. Okay. I'm going to just get back on camera just in case. Because I don't want to risk not being heard. All right. No Way Up. Okay. Last video, I told y'all about my new favorite shark movie entitled Under Paris. It's on Netflix. If y'all haven't watched it, y'all need to go watch it. It's a good movie for real. So ever since I've seen that movie, I've been in a Shark Week type of zone, and I've just been searching and watching a whole bunch of shark movies. And I came across this one that was actually released this year in April, if I'm not mistaken, and it's called No Way Up. So it's about characters from different backgrounds are thrown together when the plane they're traveling on crashes into the Pacific Ocean. A nightmare fight for survival ensues, with the air supply running out and dangers creeping in from all sides. Now, when I tell y'all this movie took both of my fears and put it in one, that's what made me want to click on it. So first and foremost, we have our main characters here. I don't know none of these people, honestly. I mean, like professionally, I don't know any of them. But Ava is our main character. Her boyfriend Jed, her bodyguard Brandon, her friend and her boyfriend's friend Kyle. Then we have the grandma Nana, and then we have the little girl Rosa, and we also have the flight attendant. I might say his name wrong. I'm just call him D. Okay, that's what we're gonna call him. This movie takes my two worst fears and puts it in one. First off, they have a plane crash. Oh my God. I have never been on a plane before. And I feel like the older I get, the more afraid I get to fly. And honestly, I told you I went on my whole little like Shark Week. So I've been watching YouTube shorts, and I've been watching a whole lot of Shark Attack videos, Titanic videos, plane crash videos. Like I've been watching a roller coaster. I've been watching a whole bunch of stuff I probably should not be watching with the anxiety levels that I have. But plane crash in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Now they're in the ocean. That's my second fear. Big bodies of water and flying. I was watching this with my friend, and they was like, "What would you have done if I would have died?" What would you have done if I would have died? I would have prayed that I died in a crash, because what I'm not about to do is be stuck underwater with a limited air supply, trying to swim. I can't swim. How am I supposed to swim to the surface and try not to be attacked by sharks? This is too much going on for me. I would have prayed I died in the crash. Abel, are you for real? Am I really not talking? Can y'all? Oh, okay. Boy, I was getting upset. I was about to get upset. I was about to end this right here. Lord, I don't know what's going on. What all did you hear? Oh, okay. Maybe that because I low-key didn't hear myself. I turned myself on my phone, and I couldn't hear me either. So I was just like, we gonna rock with it. Okay. But took my two biggest fears, plane crash, under the sea. So now Ava is the main character, and she has been taken care of all her life by her dad, who's a governor, her mom, her bodyguard, her boyfriend. Spoiler, actually, no spoiler. What would I rate this movie? Out of 10 stars, I would give this movie a solid 6 off the premise alone. Literally off the premise alone. Not enough people were eaten. There was not enough shark attacks for me. And as a person who is afraid of flying in big bodies of water, I wasn't even anxious enough in this movie. I would say that. So, boom, that's my spoiler free. Spoilers. Everybody has been taking care of Ava her entire life, and all those people die in this movie. So her personal challenge is, okay, now that everybody who has been watching out for me is gone, I have to stand up and become woman and take care of all these people. No tea, no shade. Ava was talking about her boyfriend. She always looked to him for answers. He was a PUS, and y'all know the rest of this entire movie. All he did was bitch and complain. This entire movie, I was so happy when he died. Oh, I was so happy when he died. Oh, so annoying. And then his homeboy, he was all, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't swim because my dad threw me in the pool, and happy you died too. Shut up. Get him out the way. Who I was pissed died was the bodyguard. Even though we knew he had to die, he died too soon for me. And unrealistically. So he got bitten in the side of his stomach. Okay. And he made it back to them to let them know, check out the scenery, whoop-de whoop-de whoop. And then the shark grabs him from behind and pulls him backwards. I've been watching enough YouTube shorts to know that sharks can't swim backwards. So, not believable. Just saying. The grandma, when Nana basically committed self-unaliving, really pissed me off, because I understand your husband passed away in the crash. I know you've never lived a day without him, but your granddaughter is here. You need to toughen up for her, okay? And she real life was like, okay, honey, I'll be behind you, and stayed just so she could go up to heaven with her husband. I didn't like that. I thought that was really, really selfish, Granny. I'm just saying. And left your granddaughter with these two random strangers that you just met. I'm proud that the flight attendant lived, and the little girl can't, it's not really often that kids are unalived in movies. So we knew that she was going to make it. And honestly, I knew that they would be rescued because Ava is a governor's daughter. So the moment they found out that her plane went down, she was going to make it. She was going to make it without a doubt. But they definitely had us going. Definitely thought that she wasn't going to make it. Yeah, I just personally feel like it just wasn't enough shark attacks for me. That's really it. And I mean, I guess I could have guessed that because it's 7 people. So only 7 people were alive after the plane crash. Everybody else passed away. So I guess I could have guessed that myself. Have I ever seen a movie called Train to Busan? That's a good movie. I don't know why I thought about that, but probably because a mass of people died in that movie, and you only have your main characters, and they trying to fight through or whatever. But that movie was a zombie movie, so it was lots of people. It was a lot of violence. Y'all should watch that movie. I'm gonna watch that movie when I get out of here. Really good movie. Korean film. Anyways, No Way Up, 6 out of 10 stars, and that's honestly being generous just because of the premise alone. What's another good shark movie that I can watch, y'all? Because like I said, I'm in this Shark Week zone, and I need more movies to watch. Because this one was not it. This one was not it. All right, you guys. The last movie we've all been waiting for, Inside Out 2. Yay! So, like I stated earlier, first off, let me show y'all the poll again. 33% said that y'all were most excited to talk about Inside Out 2. So that's what we're going to talk about. I was more excited than a kid when I found out they were going to make a part 2. I'm not even going to hold you. I really enjoyed part 1. I'm a communications major. I am. I graduated. Woo-hoo. I majored in communication and a minor in psychology. So this movie is for me. I just really like their interpretation on how the mind works. And I really think that it is kid-friendly, and it's really useful to help kids talk about and understand their feelings. And adults too. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Inside Out. Let me switch my screen back. Inside Out 2. And the synopsis is really short. We're still following Riley in her teenage years as she encounters new emotions. Spoiler-free review. Let's do spoiler-free, and then let's talk about the movie in detail. Spoiler-free review. Riley is in puberty, just turned 13. Okay, so child. Just entered puberty. She is going to a summer hockey camp with her friend girls, who she finds out they're not even going to go to the same high school as her next year. Okay, so that really is what kicks off all of these new emotions. The main part, or I guess concept of this movie, is her sense of self and what makes people who they are. Okay, so those are like little strings that y'all see on the top right hand corner. That's her sense of self. Every memory, every affirmation comes together and creates your sense of self. Okay. As Riley enters this puberty stage, she gets a whole bunch of new emotions. Okay, so from the last movie, we had fear, sadness, anger, disgust, and of course, joy. So this movie, we have embarrassed, ennui, which means boredom. We had envy, and then we had anxiety. Heavy on the anxiety. Okay. Heavy on the anxiety. Spoiler free, these new emotions, they come in, they take over. And of course, they don't know Riley. They don't know Riley. So what they're doing is they're just going off of the situation and trying to input their, opinion on how that situation should be handled. Okay. That's the spoiler-free review. I guess I can say that because after that I got to get into the details. My opinion on this movie. Well, if I was to give my stars out of 10 stars, I would give Inside Out 2 a solid 8. I feel like I like the first one better, but the second one did not disappoint. Like, I don't want y'all to think like, oh, the second one's trash. No, I just like the first one better. With the second one, honestly, my biggest problem with the second one is they introduced new emotions that I felt like didn't need to be introduced. Okay, so hear me out on that. Now I'm going to slide into the spoiler section. Okay. Preteen. No, not preteen. Teenager now. Anxiety? Yes. Embarrassment? Okay. Envy? Maybe. But I feel like the roles that embarrassment, envy, and boredom play, I feel like they were minuscule, or they could have just been replaced by other, in my opinion, more prominent emotions in a teenager. I feel like boredom could have been replaced with nonchalant. Very much so nonchalant. That's what boredom should have been. And let me look up that. I don't even know how to say that. But I feel like it should be nonchalant, honestly. Because I work with kids, and very much so that I don't care, oh well, it don't matter. That emotion needed to be that emotion needs to be in here for real. I feel like curiosity could have been one that emotion that was in here. And a lot of people that I've been seeing, like in comment sections and things, they really wanted, how do I say this in the PG version? But basically they wanted Riley to like encounter boys. Okay. They wanted that. I feel like we could say that for the next movie. This one was more so all about navigating friendship. So I'm cool with that. I just feel like different emotions could have done different things. But anyways, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the emotions. So, and the adventure was really similar to the adventure in the first one, except instead of joy and sadness being casted off and trying to find their way back, all the old emotions were casted off and trying to find their way back. Boom. So in this movie, anxiety is the main emotion that takes over. Okay. And honestly, when I was a teenager, I didn't experience anxiety. And if I did, I didn't know what it was. But what I can say is, as an adult, like 25 plus, that's really when I started experiencing anxiety. And I've had, since then, that's been like 6 years, I've had 2 panic attacks. Like, I feel like the older I get, the more anxious I get, which is why I was really excited to see this movie because please teach me. Free therapy session. Please teach me how to deal with this anxiety. Please. So how they describe anxiety is a pre-planned fear. And I was like, okay, I can see that. So anxiety is really calculating. And it's like everything that can go wrong. That's anxiety. So when Riley is faced with, okay, my two best friends, they gonna go out to another high school. So should I hang out with them or should I try to meet new people from my new high school since they ain't gonna be here? And honestly, this might say a lot about my character, but I definitely would try to hang out with the people at my new school because y'all bitches ain't gonna be here. Y'all leaving me. I would not have forgotten about them, but I definitely would have been like, y'all would have been like my +2. But I'm definitely gonna try to get in good with the hockey team that I'm trying to make because y'all ain't even gonna go here. So yeah, like my goals and my dreams are attached to this high school as opposed to y'all who y'all just here to, I don't know, do some things over the summer or something. But the problem is, Riley, or because of anxiety and envy more specifically, she was really forgetting about her friends. She was acting like they were lame and things that she liked, she didn't like, all to fit in. She was breaking and entering, committing crimes, driving herself crazy, not getting no sleep. And then of course, like at the very end of the little scrimmage, she was hogging the puck and like abusing her own teammates to get a goal so she can impress the coach. So anxiety really took over in this movie. Oh, Shuki. And I feel like, especially like I told y'all earlier, my career path, that at the very end, they had anxiety sitting in her special chair. And to me, that was equivalent, like with the little fidgets and the poppets and the sensory toys and things like that. Because kids these days, they really, 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 really are dealing with anxiety for whatever reason. I don't know why it's so high. It must be the McDonald's. I don't know what it is. But so I feel like this was a great movie at a right time to really help them navigate that. Aside from that, y'all, what were y'all thoughts on Inside Out? I don't really think I forgot anything. Like I stated though, I do want them to continue with this series. I even saw a dude. Oh, I should have found it for this video. I found a dude on Instagram though, who he made like this reel or whatever about Inside Out, the adult years, and they introduced depression and depression and addiction, and I was like, oh. Don't forget this is a Disney movie though, but like accurate. I do want them to continue to follow Riley, honestly, throughout the adult years. I really do. Even though they give us, mom and dads and their little inside emotions, I don't think it's enough for the adult crowd. Okay, we need an inside out adult version. We really do. Because we all need free therapy. In America, that should be free. Okay, some jobs, mental health care should be free. That's all I got to say on that. Let me see. I like Inside Out too. Just saw it last night. Anxiety was too accurate. Very much so. Especially in her little panic attack. When she was just like, couldn't be touched, baby. She was zoned out. Anxiety couldn't even control anxiety. Okay, I said, this baby about to have a full-on panic attack. Well, she was having a full-on panic attack, anxiety attack. Yeah, I just really wish the adventure part was different. I just feel like the new things they introduced was really just to kill runtime, honestly. Like the vault, the deep dark memories in the vault, and they only had 3 memories in there. Okay. Oh, and Joy's lesson. Joy, the main little emotion here. Her lesson was really like glanced over at the end. Oh yeah, I forgot all the memories that I'm trying to get rid of, put to the back of the mind. They really help her be who she is. It literally was spent like 10 seconds. Oh yeah, like Joy just had a little eureka moment. Okay, so I enjoyed the first one more, but the second one did not disappoint. It really didn't. And I think that it definitely hit the nail on the head for the audience it is intended for sure. Even the adults, okay? Thank you so much for tuning into my stream. Make sure y'all give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. If you are the Imagination Office or whatever was cool. Oh yeah, with the fort, that was cool. And they were like doing the projections. I thought that was cool too. Like how they depict like how the mind works, it is really dope. It is really dope. They won't disappoint with that. It was just parts of the adventure definitely could have been changed or left out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video, share it. Okay, share it. If y'all haven't been reading the banner across, y'all know that I do baddie reviews on Sundays, lives on Mondays. I'm trying to go see A Quiet Place. If I don't see it this weekend, I'll probably see it like Tuesday when it's cheaper. I want to go to like this immersive theater we got now where the seats be rocking and the wind be blowing and the water be splashing. That's how I want to see A Quiet Place. So that's how I'm going to experience it. I'm just letting y'all know. So that review will come out whenever I get to see the movie because I'm pretty sure it's going to be sold out for a while. What else I do? Oh, and I just started watching this show that's about to come on in a couple hours called Deb's House. It is a female rap competition show. That review is doing really well. If y'all haven't seen it, check out the show, check out the review. It's on WeTV. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for everything that I do. Stay tuned for everything that I do. I'm a very organized girly. Okay, check out all my playlists, binge all my stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, I couldn't get on my stuff fast enough. With that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.